Just be patient.
Okay.
And do it.
Right. Hello and welcome to Good Morning US. Today is Saturday the 5th of August and it's your favorite morning show for the week. My name is Zenas and I'm here with...
Setutsinam, I will be, and this is Good Morning UHAS. This show has been proudly sponsored by Glam It Up with Setu, and so you can contact her for your beautiful makeup.
Exactly. So let's look at the headlines and what we have in the show for you today. As the NSS registration begins, we will be speaking to one of the executives to find out how you can prepare and register for the NSS.
And also, if you're a student and you're looking for a loan, well, the Students' Loan Trust Fund got you covered, and so we will be talking about that today.
Also, we'll be having a recap on the test contract that took place yesterday to Togo. We'll be speaking to one of our correspondents.
As the SLC Week celebration starts this week, we will be talking about that as well.
It's Saturday the 5th of August 2023. Welcome to the show. We want to kickstart everything with a motivational quote like how we do all the time. So the first one for today is saying that if it's easy, do one by Kali J.
Yeah.
We were talking about it earlier.
True.
I feel most of the time people tend to criticize people without actually paying attention to what they do. I mean, so if it's easy, go ahead and do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's true. When it's easy, you think it's easy.
Exactly.
By your standards,
Exactly.
just go ahead. And today is actually my first time on this show. So I'm very
exactly.
happy.
So you're very, very much welcome. Today's set is first time at Good Morning, so you're welcome. Want to see you more often. But want to go to our first story, which is about the NSS, the National Service. Now, somewhere this week, we had a statement from the NSS saying that PIN codes have been released for this year's National Service. And so I want to have a conversation about it. So we have been joined on Zoom by Mr. Edudemfi Mensah. He's the NAPSA secretary. He joins us via Zoom. Hello, good morning to you, Mr. Edudemfi. I don't think we can hear him, or if you can hear us. Hello, Mr. Edudemfi. Okay, looks like we can reach in.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, I want you to explain to our viewers the whole National Service. What is it about? I mean, for first timers, what exactly is National Service? Okay, I'll repeat the question again. I was saying that explain to our viewers what National Service is. This is very comforting to you.
I have already gotten
Oh,
my
okay.
PIN code. I don't know for you. Have you?
We haven't gotten ours yet, not yet.
When you hear NSS, what comes to your mind? For me, personally, I sometimes get, I get scared, should I say, because I feel like, you're now going into the world, life is starting,
Yeah.
a lot is coming to you and like everything.
But I think it's that one of opportunity where you get to serve the country and it's good. And when you go to Twitter, people share their stories of NSS and what they've done and all that. Most of the time, people talk about the pay, how the pay is not around. And if you remember somewhere, when was that? Somewhere, is it last week or last month? There was an increase in the pay for service personnel.
Even that, I usually go around asking my seniors who are currently doing their service how they survive on that 559 because you have to pay utilities, you have to rent and all those things, and then your living costs, everything. So I really 700 is not. Ask yourself how much you spend in school.
It's exactly more than 700.
Yeah.
I mean, it may cover transportation. It does, but it's so I'm seeing it's actually 715 It's around 15 Ghana cedis. That's only the 15 cedis for charges.
It's still not much.
Exactly. So when it gets to your account and by the time you cash out room, all the 15 will be gone. So that's the price. But so let us know in the comment section what you think about national service and all that, and whether you have had your code or not. We're trying to speak to someone, but you cannot reach him. So we'll do that later in the program.
So you see, for this year, the registration, you don't have to submit your passports picture,
which I
think is very good, because I've heard of complaints where people upload videos of, pictures that are not appropriate. The background is supposed to be red, and so people upload pictures that are not appropriate, and so now they've changed that policy. So you can actually just register with your Ghana card, specifically with Ghana card. So those of you planning to use any other ID, like your passport, your traveling passport, driver's license and all that, it's not permitted this year. It's strictly Ghana card.
Wow.
Yes, and also you don't have to upload your photo. Unless when you are done with the registration and then you are given the facility, then you print and you add your photo and you send.
It sounds quite simple for the whole process. Yeah. So that's it about national service. Well, still to come on the show, we'll be having a conversation about the trip that happened yesterday when Tescon went to Togo, and then we'll also be talking about the student loan trust fund. But first, we want to go on a quick music break. We'll be right back. This is still Good Morning UHAS.
Hi guys, it's your girl Jade. Thank you so much for your support, and this is another one from the CB song. You've been gone, it's an empty hole. Come on.
Good morning, UHAS. Executives, officials, and so he will be telling us more about the loan trust fund. And so, yes, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Please, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Alex Dugba, the Zonal Manager of Student Loan for the Volta region.
Okay. So when we talk about the trust fund, we know it's a fund made available for people or students who want to take some sort of financial support in school. So can you please tell us what qualifies a student to be able to access this loan?
So first, thank you. To access the student loan, one needs to have gained admission to study an accredited tertiary program, either a diploma or a degree program in Ghana, which is a program that is accredited by GTEC, that's Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, to be able to access student loan.
Okay, so this is exactly what qualifies you.
Yes, please.
So aside that, is there any other thing they look out for?
So you must be a Ghanaian.
Okay.
The basic requirement.
So it's not. If you're a foreigner, you can't access.
Yeah, once you are a Ghanaian, you are qualified. Non-Ghanaians are not allowed to access the student loan.
Okay. So there's this new policy, which is the no guarantor policy. Please, what is it about? Like, what exactly is it?
Thank you very much. The no guarantor policy is designed to remove one of the major barriers students face when accessing student loan over the years, which is the guarantor requirement. The loans are supposed to be guaranteed for and previously under SNIT.
Okay.
It used to be 3 guarantors, and then when student loan took over the management of student loan from SNIT, it was reduced to 1 guarantor. But over the years, most students are not able to access the student loan transfer loans due to the guarantor requirement.
Okay. Okay, so because of that,
a policy was designed to remove the guarantor requirement from students from very low income families who either don't have the SNIT contributing guarantors, as in their father being a SNIT contributor or their mother being a SNIT contributor, to guarantee the loan for them. So they have to go searching and begging others to do that for them. So the policy was meant to remove that barrier so that they will be able to access the student loan and finance their education.
Okay. So what exactly does the process involve?
So
is it the same as the previous one or it's different?
So currently application is strictly online. One need to go to the student loan website and create an account, fill the forms, upload supporting documents, and then submit the application, after which the zonal office or campus office will review the application for completeness of information, and then the student will need to visit any campus office to take a biometric.
Okay.
Then you complete the application process.
Okay. You mentioned a supporting document. Can you please tell us some of those documents you mean?
One is the Ghana card,
Okay.
which is a mandatory requirement. The e-switch, where we pay you through student ID to confirm that you are a student. And then in case you lose a parent or both parents are deceased, if you have evidence to back that claim, we ask that you upload that as well.
Okay. Okay. So, so if I upload all those things, how long will it take for me to receive the loan?
So after you've done your biometric, processing is done at the head office to validate whether the e-switch card belongs to the student, so that we are not paying to a third party, or we want the money to come to the student to utilize it for his education. So verification of that is done with GIPS, which is Ghana Interbank Payment System. After the verification is done, then all students who have passed that badge of verification are put in a badge and paid, but it takes basically 2 to 4 weeks for a student to receive his loan.
Okay, so what amount can we receive? Can you give us an estimated amount?
So currently we have 5 loan categories.
Okay.
And we pay between 1,500 to 3,000 per academic year.
Okay.
And we are supposed to pay you every semester, so we divide that into 2 and give you half first semester, and second semester we give you
So
the other half.
If I'm taking 1,005, you will still divide it.
Yeah, that's if you are, we are currently in the second semester, then we won't have to divide. But if we are in the first semester, we give you half during the first semester and then the other half second semester.
Okay, so let's say I took the loan whilst in level 100. Will it continue till 400 or
Yeah.
it stops?
Every academic year, you need to confirm your student statusship so that we can be able to pay you till you complete your program. But you only apply once and we pay you till you complete your program.
Okay, so let's say someone who is now in level 300 and things have become difficult. Can the person still apply?
Yeah, you can apply at any level of your education. Till you complete your program. We will continue to pay you, but we don't do retroactive payment. That's, we won't pay you from level 100 to 300.
That is not very clear.
Assuming I'm in level 300,
Okay.
a student feels that since I didn't, because it's supposed to be a 4-year loan, they should pay me from level 100, 200, because now maybe I need probably about, say, 7,000. That's why I want to apply.
Okay.
We will not be able to pay you level 100, level 200, but we'll pay you level 300. And next academic year, when you're in level 400, we'll pay you as well.
Okay, okay. So, aside that, is there any other thing that should be involved in you applying and also, and after the whole process, let's say I've submitted everything and all that, when will I receive the money?
The money disbursement is supposed to take 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. We are able to disburse to students. But we have some bottlenecks that comes in. Like I said, we need to confirm student statusship. So at the beginning of every academic year, we write to every institution to give us list of registered students.
Okay.
So those bottlenecks which comes in is maybe your institution may not have submitted because probably delay in course registration could hamper, could affect the submission of that list. That's what could make students not be able to access the loan on time. But currently, UHAS have submitted the list of students, so when you apply, we are able to pay you on time.
Okay. So, is there any other thing? For example, if maybe I start working after I've taken the loan, how long will it take for you to take the loan or for me to pay back? Is there a way to go around it? Because I know most people are thinking of that question.
So when you complete your program, we understand that students immediately don't get employed.
Okay.
They go for national service employment.
Yes.
So we ask that you don't pay back during national service, and 1 year after national service, we give you that year also to prepare, assuming you've gotten employment immediately after national service. We give you that year to cushion yourself. Maybe rent and relocating expenses may not be able to allow you to start repayment immediately. So we allow you 1 year to also settle in your job to be able to start repayment. So basically 2 years after school, you are supposed to start repayment officially.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, sorry, okay, I know the time is taking long, but for some people, for some courses in this school, my course, for example, after school, you do your service 1 year, and after that 1 year, you have to write a license exams. And then after that, you have to wait to be employed. And so what if within that 2 years grace period you are giving, the person is still not able to pay after the 2 years, maybe in the 3rd year?
So the repayment process, depending on the number of loans one have taken, assuming one takes a 4-year loan,
Okay.
he has up to 8 years to pay back. That's after the 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So it's not mandatory that you pay off everything at once. You have a very flexible way to pay, and currently people are paying as low as 100 cedi monthly, some 200 cedi monthly.
Wow.
So you will be able to pay something small whilst we wait for a result of your licensure and other things to come in before you start repayment officially, maybe with controller or an employer.
Oh, okay, that's very good. I have one more question. I don't know if time would permit me, but so the question is, what's the percentage you're going to pay on the loan?
So currently the percentage is 12%.
Okay.
We
For
are
the 4 years.
12% per annum. So we charge you 12% annually till you complete your program.
Okay.
When repayment is due, we add 2% to it to kind of ginger you to also pay back so that you won't relax. You know, currently the monetary policy rate have been increased to 30%.
Okay.
That's what Bank of Ghana borrows to the banks. And maybe assuming your parents go to a commercial bank, they won't be getting any loan less than 35% to finance your education. So we advise you to access these to kind of lessen the burden on the family budget.
Yes, it's true. It's true. Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you here.
Thank you too, and thanks for the opportunity. We urge all students who are currently in the process to submit their application as early as possible. And a little information, we've paid over 400 students from UHAS this academic year already, and some are also currently awaiting payment confirmation. Once it is confirmed, they'll receive their text messages. Thank you, UHAS TV, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Okay, so like he said, you can still apply. Applications are open, and so feel free to apply.
Hi guys, it's your girl Jade. Thank you so much for your support, and this is another one from the CBSA. You've been gone, it's an empty hole. Come on back when says welcome home, welcome home.
Alright, so you're welcome back to Good Morning. You guys want to have a conversation about the National Service Scheme for 2023. Now, somewhere last week, the NSS Secretariat released a statement saying that the pink codes have been released. So I'm currently being joined on the phone now by Mr. Ejudinfi Mensah, who is the NASPA Secretary, to tell us more. Thank you so much for joining us. And first of all, I want you to explain to our viewers what the National Service is, briefly.
Good morning to your viewers and your listeners. NSS basically has established in the year 1973 the Government of Ghana program under the Ministry of Education. Yes, the scheme is mandated to deploy a pool of skilled manpower drawn primarily from tertiary institutions to support the development efforts of both the public and the private sectors in Ghana. And although it is a citizenry requirement for Ghanaians who are 18 years above, it is limited and mandatory for all Ghanaians graduating from tertiary institutions who are no less than 18 years. Yes, so it is the original intent of deploying university graduates for tertiary graduates under the NSS arrangement is to ensure that priority sectors of our national life are never lacking in the requisite human resources needed for development. So basically,
Okay.
that is what the NSS is.
Okay. So this week, we heard that the NSS Secretariat has released the PIN codes for this year. So just explain to the viewers what the PIN codes are and how do they get access to them.
Oh, okay. Like I said, the NSS is 12 months mandatory period that you have to pay the government of Ghana. And with that, the scheme, if I say scheme in this instance, I'm referring to NSS. Scheme gets their data from the various tertiary institutions, over 100 tertiary institutions under the Ministry of Education Ghana. So they could give database of the final yesterday for the prospective national service personnel, and that randomly they generate a code that is a PIN code for everyone. And so yes, your PIN code is not your NSS number. I want to note this. You get your PIN code, and as you open the portal, the NSS.gov.ph portal, and that you able to activate your NSS number after you made a payment of 40 cedis via ABB card or 41 cedis via mobile money account. So when you get your NSS number, that is the number that you use just like we have index numbers in school. So the NSS number is your identity number. That is what you use in all throughout your time as a service personnel. So it is your NSS number that will be used to have your pay. So now the PIN codes are out, and that they have up until the deadline of Thursday 19th August 2023 to make sure that they are able to generate their NPS numbers.
Okay. So after you get the numbers, what's next? What's the next step?
So yes, for now, after you get your NSS number and you make sure that your portal, that is everything in your dashboard is set, uploading your pictures, giving all the requisite information and all that, you are now with the step one. So then the number you have activated will go back into the system of NSS, and that is when the random and that will also be out in about a month from now.
Okay. All right. So what? There are some people in our school, UHAS, who have not received their PIN codes yet. I mean, what is the step? What do you do if your school has not submitted your name?
Yes, as I said, I said that the scheme, they take the databases of the various institutions.
Okay.
If you haven't received your PIN code yet, then that is probably the transfer of data from the school to the scheme was the reason why you don't have your PIN code yet. Because everyone else that will have their details, the PIN codes are out.
Okay.
So it is very good that you are bringing this out. If at this point you don't have the PIN code, please report your exam officer or your HOD,
Okay.
your institution, and so that they can
Okay, so what happens if on the 19th of August you haven't yet registered and gotten access to your PIN code? What happens? What happens if after 19th August, which is the deadline, and you haven't registered? Does it mean that you can't do NSS for that year?
But if after the 19th of August and you haven't
Yes,
registered,
yes.
oh yes, I think was that the number you are counting yourself out. The
Okay.
pin codes were out. The pin codes were out on the second.
Okay.
So that is about the period. Unless you have a reason why you can't do that. But the reason was that I think if there is an instance or there is an option where someone can do it on your behalf, because it's not biometric registration,
Okay.
it's a face identification registration where you have to be there in present. So if by any means you can't do it yourself, please you can send your details to someone to do it on your behalf. But make sure that your details are correct so that all the selections will be right and they will be in your interest.
Okay, so I have a question from a viewer who asked me this somewhere yesterday evening when I told them about the interview. So she's asking that, what is the grace period to which you cannot do your national service? So for example, you finish school in 2023. How many years do you have as grace period to not do your service? I mean, is it for 5 years, 10 years, or I mean, is there a limit? Or you can come back and do it anytime?
Yes, you can come back at any time. I advise people that you need to ride after school.
Okay.
That's just a year after school. But if for some reason, because for some people have jobs right after, some people will travel outside
Okay.
right after. But if after all these reasons and you still want to come back, of course it's mandatory, so you definitely come back to have your service.
Okay.
You come back to the team to have your service. With that, you have to get your Ghana card, your school certificate,
Okay.
your Ghana card, your school certificate, and your birth certificate.
Mm.
Then send it to your original NSS director,
Okay.
and they will enroll you on the place.
Okay.
So that those who are doing the voluntary service, their people are not out. It is the mandatory service, that is the regular personnel.
Okay.
Those are out. Just like if there was someone who completed the special instruction probably a year or 2 or 3 ago.
Yeah.
Now when you do their service, their people are not out with play their better like that. You still have the chance to send these 3 details that I've mentioned. That is your Ghana card, your certificate from your school, and your birth certificate to the regional secretariat of NSS in the region you find yourself in. And they will enroll you on this year. You'll be paid just like any other service person. You'll be a regular service person, but just that yours is a voluntary service instead of a mandatory service.
Okay, so let's talk about the placement now. We understand that you only choose the region and the district. Is that right?
Yes,
So you don't get to choose the facility or where you want to go to?
no.
Okay.
I would say yes and no. There is an instance for the special posting, but then just like the name goes, special posting, it is for people with special needs. The special posting prioritizes people who are disabled.
Okay.
If because you are disabled, you will not be able to travel for long distances to work or anything in that regard, then that is the other option for the special posting. So
Okay.
that they will place you to an institution very close to your home, or for any other medical reasons or other reasons why you can't go far or you want a particular place. Yes, you go to your original director and explain to them you can now explain to them and they will consider it. And then aside that, you are posted to where you want to go, not where you want to go. And you should understand that this is a voluntary service. This is not a job employment. So you don't necessarily need or you don't really have the leverage to choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do. But even in that instance, you are still giving you options where you choose regions you want to go and that you also choose sectors that you want to work in. Because there are three options for the sectors you want to work in. Whether
Okay.
in military, whether in the government sector, whether in the private sector,
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay.
So yes, you make the choices of all these alongside
Okay.
the race. And that with these 2 options that you have made, the scheme will post you based on what you want or how you want to think.
Okay, so this is the last question. It's about the pay. We saw that somewhere last month it was increased to 715 Ghana cedis. Are there plans for it to go further anytime soon, or you can't tell? I was talking about the NSS allowance. It was increased to 715 point something, I don't know, somewhere last 2 months. I mean, people say it's not enough. I mean, it's better than the 559, but it's not enough. Are there plans for it to go up in the recent coming days, years?
Yes. I think with the minimum wage for public and then if you have to go by it, then that means you.
Oh, unfortunately, we have lost him. But that was the NASPA Secretary for National Service speaking about the whole process and how to go. So if you're a final year student and you're watching and you don't know how to go about the process, well, I mean, he has said this much, so you can start the interview and then get it again. Well, thank you so much for watching. This is Good Morning. You have to be right back. So I currently have on the phone with me Mr. Edujimfi. He's the current Secretary of the National Association of Service Personnel. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Unfortunately, it's like we've lost him. But we're going to move on and talk about something else. It's the TESCON trip that happened yesterday.
Before that, have you ever gone for any of the trips?
I haven't been to any of them because I always feel that it won't be as how I want it to be, you understand? I can't really tell. I mean, over the years, just like you can see, right? It was nice that people were there. The number was there, but it's not as like how do you call it? Team. You saw how Team's own was. Yeah, there were a lot. I mean, I don't know the exact details of what went on. I was told at some point that they got stuck at the border and they couldn't cross and that. Things like that, yeah.
Did they have to maybe use their passport or something?
I think that what they do is that they take your Ghana card and then student ID. That's what I think they were using. Ghana card and student ID. So you can see on your shot some students there. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, why don't you go for these events?
I mean, I've been to Togo a lot of times. I don't know, but I've been there many times. So for me, I didn't really see anything exciting about it. I was thinking when he said abroad, the name abroad.
Yeah.
So I was thinking it was maybe we are going to Liberia or somewhere else or Cote d'Ivoire or something.
Okay, so we have on the phone now our correspondent Naomi Ayamga, who was at the trip. So she joins us on the phone. Hello, Naomi. Good morning.
Hello, Zenas. Good morning.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So first of all, just tell us how the trip went.
Oh, the trip was a great one. It was a marvelous one, but it was quite stressful. We left school around 9:30, getting to 10.
Okay.
And we got to the venue around 4, getting to 5.
Wow.
Yeah, so on our way, we had a whole lot of hectic and a whole lot of issues. When we arrived at the border, they didn't want us to cross because they said we faced a process. So the executive board of the TESCON, they were trying to work on it. So we waited at the border for almost an hour. Yeah. But basically, that was it. It was stressful, but at the end, everything was good.
Okay, so we're able to buy some stuff, just like how they advertise, and visit all the places they promised.
Oh, for the places, we're only able to go to one place. That's the hotel. But the other places, we didn't get a chance to visit those places. And I think I want to believe it's because of the time, because we got there very late.
Oh.
Yeah. And I think we went with 4 buses, 2 school buses, and then 2 UHAS, the small buses, and then 2 school buses. In all, we went with 4 buses. So we're quite a lot, a number, but because of the time, we're not able to visit the other places.
And what time did you reach Ho? What time did you get to Ho?
Oh, we got to Ho. My bus got to Ho around 1, and I think we're the second bus to arrive in Ho.
How was that?
Because around 1
Really?
1 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, understand. I guess you're very tired, so we'll leave the interview there. Maybe when the videos come out. I mean, you interviewed and took videos, right?
Yes, please.
Exactly. All right. So thank you very much. So once the video comes out, we'll show that to you right here on UHAS Space TV. Yeah. So that's the truth. I mean,
Wow, we arrived late.
I know, right?
Very, very late.
Very late.
No, probably if I was in there, I would just be sleeping throughout.
Exactly. And how I understand. Well, not understand. I saw it. They were packed in the bus. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, I left there at some point in time, so I can't really tell how packed they were. But I feel all these things, I mean, there should be adequate time to plan and get the numbers on, because people actually complain. I mean, starting from today, and I mean, they just came at 1 a.m., so they are asleep, so I'm sure the complaints will start coming. Yeah. Anyways, we're about wrapping the show for today. This Good Morning UHAS. But before that, quick one. So we want to talk about the SRC Week celebration.
Yes,
I almost forgot.
SRC Week celebration. So starting from this morning,
exactly,
we have a cleanup exercise. Zena, tell us more about what is coming.
Yeah, so in the week, there's a cleanup exercise that's happening today, apparently at 9 a.m. After that, on Monday, that's when they're going to launch the SRC Week, which is happening on Monday. That's the 7th of August. We'll launch it, I'm told, from around 2 p.m. Then Tuesday.
So from Tuesday, there's Rep Your School. What school are you repping? Tell us.
I went to Armed Forces in Ebema Camp.
Wow.
The only military school in Ghana.
I hope you are going to see your uniform here.
I left my uniform.
There are these school guys saying, shout out.
Which school did you go to?
I went to Malco Girls.
Oh, okay,
Shout
just here.
MKG girls. Hello.
Alright, so the next thing we have on Wednesday, which is a seminar about life after UHAS. I mean, what do you do after UHAS? What is the next step? Where do you go to? Can you continue your education after UHAS? Where do you go to? All these questions will be answered there at the event on Wednesday.
Yes, and Thursday is a movie and a business fair, movie night. Yeah, I know most people want to have like a movie night and also. Thursday, 10th of August is going to be a movie night and a business fair.
Then on Friday, we have a mental health talk. There's a forum, and then there's a performance, a special performance by the Adaha group band. They came, what was it last year? 2 years ago, what was last year? The Adaha band, they had a splendid performance. They are coming again on Friday evening. Adaha dance band.
We can't wait. And finally, on Saturday, the 12th of August, there will be a debate competition in the morning, and so let's all wait in anticipation for this.
Then there's a bash in the evening, actually. At the corner. There's a bash that will happen. The bash is important. That's where most people will come, because I think if UHAS is good at one thing, the bashes are really good in auditorium, and so we are looking forward to the SRC celebration.
I'm missing one thing.
What
I
thing?
was looking forward to a dinner.
I think I was told that Jenna and Miss UHAS and Nooks will all come later after the week celebration.
I was